Chapter 4. Can I pet that dog? Okay, so you're not home, but you did manage to wind up at Alpha Tau Sigma fraternity of, well, werewolves. Fortunately, after all you've seen, werewolves are pretty par for the course. Still can't wrap my head around how I went from Vampire High to Werewolf U. What's next? Mermaid Med School? No, they only did that in chapters. Asher, what the hell? You can't just invite a human here. I already told you, Lupe. I didn't. He was just there when I went downstairs. I have a habit of just being there. Don't take it personally. The question is why? How did an outsider like you make it into the sacred depths of our den? Well, you mean, how did I end up in a creepy-ass basement of your unusually bouge mansion? Seriously, how did this frat end up in a billionaire tech bro house, and why is the inside so rustic when... No, you know what? Now's not the time to ponder the logistics of the interior versus exterior backgrounds. Look, hot girl. Can I call you hot girl? I knew that was gonna go over well. Not if you value all your limbs. My name is Kala. Okay, right, look. Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but this is my first sudden appearance in a world not my own. I'll tell them the real story. I'm from somewhere else, parallel universe, I guess you'd call it, and I was sucked here through an app on my phone. Well, technically I was sucked into a i6 fantasy adventure world first. And then it was Cordonian Ballroom. Then, I don't mean to alarm you, but I ended up at a vampire town. Crimson Beach. There's a weighty pause. The frat wolves around you all shrug. I mean, every supernatural knows about Crimson Beach. Then motherfucker, you better have a crossover! Just like every supernatural knows of Alpha Tau Sigma is a werewolf fraternity. You better have a crossover now. Of course they do. I still don't understand the rules of all this world hopping, honestly. Yeah, but it's not world hopping if literally and figuratively they know about one another. Literally, all you did was leap around the same world. The important thing is, I can't figure out how the hell to get back to my own reality. I keep trying, but suddenly the mood in the room shifts. Something is coming, or someone. You can feel the palpable raw energy. Do you mind holding off on whatever love interest character introduction is next? I'm done. I'm not done with my story. Fine. Jeez, just hurry it along, would you? Right, so, as I was saying, I keep trying to get home, but nothing has worked so far. I need your help. That's all. You can all just keep going with the character intro now. You stopped us mid-introduction for that? Seriously? What can I say? I get really tired of you clowns interrupting me all the time. Ha ha ha! Who are you talking to? The devs? Question mark? Suddenly the mood in the room shifts. Blah blah blah, sexy character introduction, who do you say? Great, even the tutorial system is sick of my BS. I mean... Wait, Channing could be a woman, I didn't know that. Oh well, moving on. Wait, when the hell did Did they change Channing's hair since we first started? Seriously? I did not even know that Channing was an option, I'm not even gonna lie. Hold on, I need to see female options now. Hold on, I swear to God I never remember the black-haired Channing. Female I can believe, maybe I just blocked that out, but the black-haired one was just, that's a wild one. No, go ahead. You already know what I'm pick, standard Channing. Why is he also in only his underwear? Anyone want to tell me what this outsider's doing in our den? We don't... Why are you in your underwear? See, I asked the legit questions. There's a beat of silence. The love interest shoots you a baffled look. You're in my house and you're asking me about my dressing habits? Well, I'm just asking. I mean, I don't mind, you know? Is this a werewolf thing, or... What the hell do you know about werewolves? Who told you? No one had to tell me. I kind of just guessed. Werewolves felt like the next logical step in this nightmare. The hottie heaves a long-suffering sigh, praises you for a moment, gold eyes glittering intently. Name's Channing, I'm the alpha of the pack. Channing gestures vaguely at you, looking you up and down. You shiver under his gaze. I get the sense this is a whole thing. Mind filling me on and on why you're here? Sure. So it all started when... You fill him in on your story as you follow him up to his bedroom. Rude-ass narrator, I wanted to tell the whole story again. Channing gets dressed as he listens to your story, his face hard, unreadable, and fine as all get out. So, you need some kind of artifact, something we have that might transport you to your world. Emphasis on might. We've gotten magic items from elves, royalty, vampires, and so far none of them helped. All they do is transport me from one whacked-out world to another. I just want to go home, damn it. Channing sits on the edge of his desk, folding his arms over his chest. It might be time to rethink your strategy, then. If all this portal hopping isn't getting the job done, there might just be some angle you're not hitting. A ritual, maybe? A ritual? Well, I knew it. You were some kind of cult. Why else would you have a murder basement? It's not a murder basement. It's a wolf transformation room, and maybe it's the key to your escape. I'll help you out, mostly because I desperately want you out of my hair, but also I feel kind of sorry for you. Thanks, Channing. I'll, be sure to buy all your premiums. Thanks for being so understanding about this. When I get home, I'll boot up choices and buy all your scenes. Cool, I think. Channing rises to his feet and lopes across the room to you. His yellow gold eyes fierce as they meet yours. Are we about to make out? Or do I have brain rot again? Brain rot. We have a spare room upstairs. Rest. I'll grab you in the morning so we can get what we need for the ritual. How the hell would you know what the ritual needs? The next morning. Because the devs just write it, I guess. You mosey into the kitchen to find the werewolves wolfing. Down breakfast at an alarming rate. No, I didn't even make that joke. That literally the devs made that. Damn. If I get a chance to have a good night's sleep in this debacle, and the narrator just breezed right past it. Can you, like, go 10 screen taps without complaining? It's getting exhausting. No. I'll make it 5 you keep it up. Get out of my head, you intrusive freak. It's the new boy. Morning, new boy. Don't call him that. It implies he's part of the pack. One of us. But he's an outsider. Couldn't agree more. You agree? Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like, part of your frat. I'm just an interloper who butted in your werewolf business. If I were you, I might beef up my security. We have great security. We just didn't account for whatever your deal is. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You werewolves, you're supernatural freaking beings. Someone portaled in from another world. Isn't that far-fetched, is it? I guess that's not true. I'll put in a word with the Alpha to see if we can do anything about it. Yeah, you know... Wait, hold on. Is this before or after the whole book we just finished? Because listen, I could tell you about what's about to happen... Oh, no, anyway. Cal stares at you for a long moment, trying to figure out your deal. Lets out a laugh, shaking her head. Maybe I like you after all. You know, you could stand to take a page out of your book. If you're about to say the name of your conveniently missing friend, don't. Why can't I say... Because everything fades to black. Meet Channing on Wolsey College campus a short while later. Oh, damn it, she just had to go and say the name of the main character. Ah, don't people understand there's only a certain amount of meta this multiverse is capable of referencing? We ask ourselves that all the time. Moving on. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because, you know, if that was the case... Did you get it? The sacred werewolf text I told Lupe to give you? No, unfortunately your friend Kala did a plot-breaking fox paw, so I kind of immediately was thrown into the scene. He just stares at you for a beat, eyes narrowing like he's trying to figure out if you're screwing with him. Doesn't matter. I can fill you in on the details of the ritual pretty easily. Of course. Channing jerks his head towards the laptop in front of him on his desk. You lean over his back, craning your neck. He smells smoky and spicy, like an extinguished bonfire after a summer rain. Hey, I got a question. Why is it every book we go to, our MC is not there? Did you ever think that maybe we are teleporting in and switching places with the MC of every single book? Just saying. Not this again. Stop trying to metagame me being attracted to this werewolf. It's getting annoying. This is a damn romance game. Everyone's hot. You don't have to keep commenting on it. That's like half my job, though. I don't give a damn. It's starting to get old. Hey, outsider, focus up. I'm doing this as a favor, not because I have boundless patience. No, you're doing this as a love interest of a book because you're forced to. Anyway, you shake yourself, focusing on the images of Channing's screen. Werewolf's power is a little different than you think. For one thing, our transformations aren't tied to the moon. They're tied to our dreams, our inner thoughts. It's how we communicate telepathically, even in human form. Whoa, seriously? It's a hell of a trek. Now I'm a little worried that we're silently talking crap about me behind my back. Now, you're not a werewolf, so we can't exactly tap into your dreams in the same way, but with the right ritual... Channing pokes his forefinger right between your eyebrows. We might be able to harness the power of your own dreams, to use them to help you find a way home. I'm willing to try anything. You're serious about this, aren't you? The traveling stuff, going home. I am. I never thought I'd miss my own boring reality so much. There's no vampires there, no magic, no werewolves. But I feel out of place everywhere else. I feel out of place even in my own reality. Let's be honest. My world may be boring, but it's mine. It's where I grew up, and what I'm used to. I'd much rather be comfortable there than scared out of my mind anywhere else. Channing fixes you with a sharp, pensive look. He sighs after a beat, rubbing the side of his neck. I can't say I know the feeling. My entire life has been predetermined for me since I was born to an alpha wolf, but part of the Alpha Tau mission is helping civilians, no matter what the cost, so I'm with you. I'll get you home. Well, that means more to me than I could even begin to say. What do I have to do for this ritual? We just need a few plants. Hummingbird, sage, belladonna. Belladonna's common with supernatural stuff. I know where we can get both. If you're up for a hike, you're welcome to join me. I'll even call in the pack. Will they, transform? Because I'd really, really like to see that. Channing lets out a low rumble of a laugh, his eyes glittering with amusement. To get up to the mountainside, they'll have no choice but to transform. Will I be riding on your back, sir? Just asking. It is kind of sad. Our world is super, super boring. It'd be nice if we had vampires, werewolves, and whatnot. I do know we at least have ghosts. That's a thing. Hell yeah. I want to see some werewolves in action. Channing shushes you fiercely with a scowl, gesturing around at the very public university library. Oopsies. You're a real loudmouth, you know that? None of the normal humans here know what we are. Despite the obvious disapproval in his voice, you can't help thinking he looks kind of amused. Oh, am I growing on you already? Like a fungus. Let's get out of here before you blow my pack's cover. Channing leads you to the woods on the edge of the campus. Your eyes go huge when he suddenly starts stripping down. Channing, I'm flattered, but I don't think this is the time. Not coming on you, dummy. Werewolves have to remove our clothes before we transform. Relax, outsider. This is a little skin. Won't kill you. The mountain air feels so good today. I got so sweaty at the gym. It was nasty. You turn to find Lupe, Asher, and Kala stalking in the clearing. Kala is leaning against a tree, arms folded. I see her fully clothed. Not disappointed, are you? Maybe. Me? Disappointed? Yes. Yes, I am. She scoffs and rolls her eyes, but you think she looks just a little bit flattered. Hopefully. You're a funny one. Most humans would be shaking in terror at the sight of a werewolf pack. Any other day I would have, but let's just say I've seen some stuff. All I see right now is a pretty woman who looks almost fed up with my BS. Kala is a recruit. She's a wolf by blood, but she hasn't had her first transformation yet. Well shit, I can really spoil everything for you people and what's about to happen. I was supposed to be the only new member this year, but unfortunately Channing had to go and invite... I'm begging you not to say this person's name. Alright, jeez. I still don't understand what the big deal is with all that. Oh boy, where to begin? You give the werewolves a rundown on some of the weird eccentricities of your new world. So in all these worlds you travel to, there's been a nameless friend who went missing? Someone like New Blood. Someone who came into their stories and shook things up. Kala grumbles something unintelligible. Clearly she's got some beef with whoever this New Blood character is. I don't understand why the scenery changes whenever we try to say the person's name, though. Does the world not want us to say the person's name? Nope. Could it be that it would be tedious to continually force players to input our other main characters' names, to customize their pronouns? No, you could just import them, you dipstick! Could it be that customizing individual love interests from other stories is already a cumbersome meta mechanic? Not really if you import it, you dipstick! I'm gonna keep saying it, it's the word of the day. A mystery indeed! The world may never know. I hate you people so much. Alright, laying it on a little thick with the behind-the-scenes exposition there. You'll have to ride someone's back up the mountain. The terrain is too treacherous for two legs. Ride someone's back? Just how big are these werewolves, anyway? No shit! Choices couldn't even make them the right size. They look like normal wolves, but then apparently you could ride their backs. As if reading your minds. Don't worry, only we can do that. Bullshit, what am I thinking right now? What finger am I holding up? The figures around you start to change. Holy mother of... Flesh tears, hair scatters, blood sprays. It's like something out of a freaking horror movie, and in the end... Yep. Just had to do Asher. You're standing with 3 striking wolves, the size of ponies, or donkeys, or similarly mid-sized beasts of burden. Oh, they're freaking huge. Now I understand what Channing meant about us riding their backs. Well, not just huge, they're adorable. I know I should be scared, but come on, they're like big dogs. I'll call Asher a good boy. I might turn him on. Channing, give Lupe scritches. You know what? I'm giving her scritches. You walk over to Lupe in her wolf form. Her tail wags steadily and her ears perk up. She cocks her head, which is too cute. You bury your fingers into the fur of her neck, giving her some gentle scratches. Her tail starts to wag harder. Hope this isn't, like, disrespectful or something. Nah, she likes it. She's a deviant like that. Why friend shape? You got cuddly with a werewolf. I don't know how you get anything done around here with these big old cuties walking around. By the way, Kala, how did you know that what they wanted to say to me? Are you like Dr. Doolittle or something? I'm here as your interpreter. Wolf blood can all communicate telepathically with each other, but you're out of the loop. They can understand you, just not the other way around. Oh man. Why couldn't my interdimensional powers give me the ability to talk to wolves? Suddenly a massive furry head all but bowls you over. You wobble, then fall on top of Channing's back. Got it. Time to get riding. Ride like the wind, oh noble steed. You don't speak wolf, but you're pretty sure Channing is plotting your murder with all the growling he's doing. The wind whistles in your ears as you hold on to Channing's neck for dear life. How fast can a giant wolf run, you ask? Too freaking fast. Callie is holding on to Lupe's wolf form with effortless grace, because apparently she looks good doing everything. I'm starting to think that you're legit in a Calla narrator. Hashtag make Calla a love interest. Yeah, I know! We all wanted that in book 1. They didn't do shit about it anyway. I'm gonna have to put you in horny jail before too long. Anyway, despite your fear, you feel alive, like you're riding the most intense roller coaster of all time. This is amazing. Don't shout, you dumbass. You'll cause a landslide. I thought that was avalanches. It's not landslide, it's avalanches. But anyway, after your wild ride up the mountain, you'll end up in a beautiful, secluded garden. You dismount from Channing's back. What a wild sentence, honestly. Legs wobbling as you hit solid ground. The pack of wolves transform into humans right before your eyes. Yeah, but you could have mentioned back and something else at this point. Alright, we're here. Let's get searching for those plans. Alright, so we need Belladonna. You crouch alongside Lupe and Asher to search for the Belladonna plan. So, not to point out the obvious, but isn't Belladonna incredibly toxic? Yep. But don't worry, we're not gonna make you eat it or anything. Werewolf rituals are kind of weird. We put you in a meditative state with the help of incense and herbs and tinctures. Hell, a werewolf can't even transform without going through a brutal dream ritual first. Basically, dream or werewolf rituals follow along pretty much hand in hand like Native American rituals. Not even kidding. You have to wait for a blood moon, then go through a gnarly trial in your own head. If you fail, you could die. Thanks. I don't mean to sound insensitive, but it kind of seems like werewolf stereotypes are easier. Just get bitten and have a full moon and bam, you're a werewolf. That's kind of true, I guess, but it's a real pain in the ass to have a transformation at every full moon. Not really. I mean, really think about it. How many full moons do you get a month? Like, actually, yeah, no, it's actually less of a pain in the ass. Yeah, much better to be able to control it. The ritual's intense, but it's part of our culture, you know? Speaking of rituals. Yeah, but a bunch of people die doing it. Anyway, Lupe points to a nearby plant, Belladonna. You reach for it, gingerly plucking it by the stem. Never thought I'd find myself in a position to handle a deadly nightshade. You'll find yourself doing a lot of crazy stuff when you're running with a wolf pack. I'll search for sage. You get on your knees with Channing and Calla. Nice! In front of a flower bed looking for hummingbird sage. What am I looking for here? You'll know it when you see it. I really very much will not. Calla sighs softly, shooting Channing an irritated look. Weird. You didn't think werewolves could do that with an alpha. How is it you have no patience for John, when you seem so boundless patience for the new blood? Not now. I'm just saying, your puppy love crush on the new recruit will doom us all. I said not now. Oof, there it is, that alpha thing that all the fanfics talk about. Even you're feeling submissive right now. No, I'm not. Okay, hey, let's all take a deep breath, remember why we're here, saving my ass. Both Channing and Calla look a little sheepish, which is kind of cute. Then, Channing suddenly takes her hand. You're right, we should focus on what matters. Go away, brain rot, go away. But Channing just guides your hand to a plant. You wrap your fingers around the stalk and pluck it. Hummingbird sage. You're a pain in the ass, John, but you're also sort of a breath of fresh air. That might be all the nature around us. I get that more often than you know. You have the ingredients you need for the mysterious ritual. You sit cross-legged in soft grass with your new friends. Lupe is lounging in the grass, her chin propped up in her hand. Asher leans over her, comfy and basking in the sun. Cal sits rigid at your right, while Channing is leaning against a nearby stone, all devil may care. I really hope this is the last fetch quest, Jesus, I have to do before I go home. I don't know how much more of this I can take. You really need to play World of Warcraft then. If I were you, I'd take this whole experience as a blessing. You've traveled through worlds, John. Obviously the weird interdimensional leakage you told me about is a problem, but without that...
I know it sounds like a crazy adventure. Honestly, I'm jealous.
Me too. For all that we're powerful werewolves, we're still, undergrads.
Come on, John. Tell us a bit about your adventures. What'd you do? Who'd you meet?
I'll talk about Crimson Beach. Well, right before I ended up here, I met a bunch of vampires in Crimson Beach. I had to relive my high school days. I wasn't expecting that, honestly.
Hold up, so you had to blend in with the local kids? That sounds like a nightmare. I figured if the local kids are all vamps, they probably got bigger things to worry about than John.
You'd think. I actually caused a lot of trouble there, to be honest. You sigh as your story concludes. Heavy feeling is settled in your stomach. Calla eyes you, then clears her throat. I think for John, it doesn't matter how exciting the adventure is, or what an amazing thing he does. He's not home. Nothing else matters as long as that's true. Channing's words cut deep. You find yourself thinking of your couch at home, the leftovers in your fridge. Not family. Friends. Yeah, no, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm staying wherever I want. Like, I'm serious. No, I'm not home. And for once, I really, really wish I was. Gallo, Lupe, and Asher shoot you a sympathetic look. Channing's eyes go steely, and he stands abruptly. Well, let's do this ritual so we can get you back where you belong. I was really hoping to meet Adrian. Would have been fun. Anyway, by nightfall, the ritual said, it's time, hopefully. This'll be the thing that takes you home. You re-enter the murder basement, transformation room, with the rest of your new friends. Channing fills a shallow claw-foot tub with some kind of bath mixture that smells divine. Ooh, nice. I haven't actually taken a bath since I got sucked into my phone.
TMI.
Channing chuckles as he fills the basin. You would have figured that the wolves with their hypersensitivity noses would have smelled that. He eyes you, taking in your appearance. Hopefully this doesn't ruin that cool outfit you've got on. I don't care about my clothes. Who knows if they'll even be the same when I get back home. Just do what you have to complete the ritual. I want to go home. Channing nods. You take a deep breath and lower yourself into the tub, shivering when the cool water hits your skin. The three of them all stand around the perimeter. You shoot them a tight smile. Thanks, everyone. I'll, favorite all of your fan art made of you. Have I ever noticed that Choices fans draw some pretty art of you? I promise to hype it all to my friends. It's probably enough of whatever the hell this is. Suddenly, Channing pushes your head underwater, silencing what might have been an epic speech. No. You panic for a second, struggling, but you're fine. You're not breathing in water. In fact, you feel weightless, free. Please let me pick a world. You take a deep breath and prepare for what's hopefully the final leg of this journey. A moment later, you gasp for air, falling onto your hands and knees in a mysterious hallway. Where the hell am I? Is this for real? Has any of this been real? Good point. Shaking the moisture out of your hair, you stand and move down the hallway, examining the doors on either side of you. Does one of these doors lead to home? If so, how do I... Suddenly the world tilts on its axis. You stumble and collide with the wall. Channing's voice rings out. John, what's happening? You're convulsing in the water. Is the ritual backfiring? I don't know. I think it's something to do with the interdimensional crossfiring. It feels unstable here, like the worlds are all mixing together. The room is... And now we're gonna end up in an ER. The world jerks around you, you're hurled through a portal into a hospital. No, not just a hospital. An operating room? Damn it, the patient is in VP. You're going to lose him if you don't act fast. You stare down at the metal implement in your hand. I have no business holding this. Is this an open chest cavity? What in the world is going on? This just went from bad to unhinged fast. Hang on, this is a mistake. I shouldn't be here. We all think that at one time or another, rookie, but you have to get it together, or... Oh, it lives in the woods, I'm assuming. Fortunately, before you can butcher a patient in open-heart surgery, another portal opens. I told you! We're most likely substituting for the MC. Except it's weird that Ethan didn't realize that, but okay. You land in the middle of a dank, musty chamber, some kind of cave. You squint through the darkness. Is anyone there? You rise to your feet, legs shaking as you fumble your way through the darkness. Unless this is the vampire, or the zombie book. Hello, Channing. Is this still part of the dream ritual? Silence. The scent of wet, stale earth fills your nose. This chamber is eerily silent until... Friend. You let out a blood-curdling... I'm staying here. This is my book right here. You let out a blood-curdling scream when a shadowy figure drifts ever closer, then fall on your ass in fear. Portal, I need a portal now. Endless summer, question mark? Oh, thank God. You spoke too soon. The second you're sucked into the portal, you're hurled headfirst towards an inky black ocean. Abort! With a hard thud, you fall into the surface of a makeshift raft. You lift your head, dazed. What happened? Am I home? Yes! Oh, shit! Been a minute, hasn't it? Been a minute. My God, it's been a minute. What in the ever-loving? Two weirdly animated people are staring at you like some kind of extraterrestrial life form. Whoever you are, you have to get out of here. It isn't safe. Not safe. Nothing is ever safe these days. Owlbears, vampires, constructs, werewolves, now freaking shadow creatures. It never ends. I don't know what you're on about, but you've gotta move. Oh no, it's coming. An ear-piercing shriek hits your ears, and you turn, and horror, you find... bigger nope. Oh, hell no. You lose track of the worlds you're pulled into from there on out. Oh, come on! Screw you! Most wanted. It's like nothing we've ever seen. This truly is a heinous crime. The blood splatter is consistent with the blunt force drama. We'll need all hands on deck if we want to... yeah, I'm sure you'll figure this out. Good luck in the investigation. You're transported from one world to the next. It's the moment of truth. Who among our contestants will be crowned America's most eligible? Oh, sorry, reality TV guy, but whoever you're looking for, it sure as hell isn't me. To the next. Oh, we finally get it, but we're only going to be here for like one speech bubble. Who are you? What do you think you're doing here? Trust me, your guess is as good as mine, but for the record, I've already done vampires on this go-around. I know, and they were the cheap knockoffs. Might as well send me to Twilight, you assholes. They sparkle. Is there supposed to be some sort of threat? Honestly, I was hoping it would be my final cool line before I got yanked into the next world. To the next! For the last time, man. I have no idea what you're talking about. Just answer the question. Damn it. What do you think about these pieces of art? You groan and scrub your hands down your face. Of all the things to be thrust upon you, assessing art. Honestly, they suck, okay? Is that what you want to hear? Whatever your name is? The art sucks. It's pedantic. It's terrible. Whoa, whoa. Now might be a good time to take a break and relax. Oh, would you just pipe down for a singular second? Talking to yourself is a bad sign. You must be crazy. It's a strange kind of limbo. In rapid succession. You meet the character after character cycling through worlds, and then you stop falling. John, are you okay? Something's going wrong with the ritual. Yeah, duh. I've been through falling through choices books for God knows how long. I'm in a hallway. It doesn't look familiar. Yeah, elementalist, you'll get over it. Oh god, is that a zombie? Oh, yeah, that's right, because the tears, they make the creatures. Damn it, on again. You leap to your feet and start sprinting down the endless hallway, running from horrible thing behind you. Wait, what the Wait, we've never seen a killbot, have we? Am I wrong? Destroy. Destroy. Not a freaking I swear I've always been nice to my electronics. Okay. You're surrounded on all sides by monsters. You pant back to the wall, out of your mind with fear. Tutorial guy, what do I do here? You have to help me. It's been nice knowing you, John. You know, that's not helpful, damn it. Channing, any tips? I could sort of out of portals here. Way home to your world should be at the end of the hallway. How the hell do I know that, or he knows that? Seriously, it'll be risky to make it there alone, but it's possible. Or you could call for reinforcements. I can call anyone I want. This is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? I'm serious. You think of all the allies you've made along the way. Tyrell, Liam, Cass, Channing. Do you really think Liam's going to be able to take on a vampire, zombie, and whatever the hell else? I might be able to make it through alone, but I would much rather have have help from the friends I've made. Spoken like a true choices MC. We're so proud. I didn't have a choice on this. You made me actually do this. Shut up. Rally your friends. I could use backup. So we're just gonna suck them into the portal now. I need help. There's no way I'll make it down that hallway alone. You throw open the nearest door, hoping there's not something worse behind it. I thought our back was to the wall and we were cornered. You nearly fall flat on your face on the other side. You're in a cluttered space filled with magic items. You're alone. For now. You snatch a crystal ball off one of the shelves and set it on the counter, peering into it deeply. This has to work. With the power of being the main character, I summon the help. And what exactly do you think you're doing with that? Cass? Not just me. I fell through a portal into this room, along with... Cass gestures to the left, you see the familiar faces of Tyrell, Liam, and of course Channing. Jesus Christ, what's Liam gonna do? Serious? Oh, just let's go. Thank God you all came. I'll hug Cass. Wrap your arms around Cass with a startling tight hug. Don't tell me you miss me that much already. It's not just that, I feel safer with you here. Cass sighs and somewhat awkwardly gives you a bracing pat on the shoulder. Yeah, well, I'm here now, so ease up on the waterworks. I must be really powerful. I barely said 2 words to the crystal ball and you were here. Speaking into the orb was unnecessary. You arrived when the word help first left your lips. Unnecessary, maybe, but it was also hilarious. John, are you alright? You're not hurt, are you? He's fine. He just needs a little extra assurance, it's all. I feel like I've been incredibly rude. I haven't actually caught any of your names yet. I'm Tyrell of House Starfury. Liam, seemingly unfazed by the literal blue elf in his presence, solemnly puts a hand on his heart. Ah, I am Liam of Cordonia. Well, if we're all doing intros, I'm Mac Channing, Alpha of the Wolsey College Pack.
And I'm Cass.
Cass leaves it at that, shrugging when the others pause as if expecting more.
What? Can't I just be Cass?
Of course you can, now that we're all acquainted. Shall we?
We really didn't need that, but okay.
Liam gestures to the door and you're out, way out of here. You inhale slowly through your nose and steel your shoulders. You leap into the hallway only to be confronted by...
Go ahead, Liam, explain this one. You go pet it, right? What are you gonna do? Speak cordially to it?
Relentless beast, be gone. The owlbear looms before you, its feathers puffed up in agitation. Or is that fur? Does it matter? I need to get away from this thing or get it the hell out of here. I'll punch the owlbear. Oh, poor bastard. You summon the sacred knowledge that you learned from your friends all the way back to chapter 1. How to punch good. Take this. Your fist collides with the owlbear's head right between the eyes. Shockingly, it seems to work. And it's... just never mind, just move on. The stunned-looking owlbear lumbers off down the hall. Tyrrell gawks at you. Well, that was risky, and somehow effective. You sprint down the hall, your eyes locked onto the door at the very end. All around you, your new friends are fending off monsters left and right. Get back, I said back. Liam swings a saber with effortless grace. Not sure where he got it, but it'll go off. I told you. Your form is commendable, human. You must be a formidable warrior in your kingdom. Me, I'm a peacemaker, and I don't get many chances to do this. With a flick of his blade, Liam banishes one of the shadowy creatures into the abyss. Nice work, you two. Way to guard my ass. Destroy. Destroy. You duck, nearly stumbling and falling on your face when the scary robot starts shooting lasers at you. Great. That's what I need. More lasers. I'm always saying, I don't have enough lasers in my life. Oh, but this fight for our lives would be boring without a little light show. There's no time for jokes, fam. We should be focusing on protecting John. Channing's clothes go flying, shredding to bits as he transforms into his wolf form. You are so boring. This'll teach anyone who thinks werewolves have more fun than vampires. With a genuinely terrifying flash of fangs, Cass dives into the fray. Good, they're buying me time. I should be able to make it to the end of the hall. But that annoying-ass killbot is relentless, and you're finding it hard to dodge its laser beams. Can you please give me a break? Just one break, that's all I ask. Do you want to break your leg? The bargaining with the deadly robot is unsurprisingly futile. You need a way to bring it down fast. Stop the robot by shutting it down creatively with a good whack creatively. When tech gets an attitude with you, there's only one thing to do. Hey, Killbot. Powered down. There's a brief moment where you think talking to the bot like your phone was a dumb idea, and then the bot goes still. Success! You heave a sigh of relief. No more lasers to dodge. Channing huffs out a hot breath and stalks over to the robot before crunching on its whirring with his sharp fangs on its wiring. Okay, you know what? It's not even crunching, it's crunching. What? Is that even a word? A good dog. You're not a half-bad fighter for a mutt. Don't let the airplane ears fool you. He's definitely complimenting you back. And not cursing you out in wolf. You're so close to the exit, you can taste it. You run as fast as your feet can carry you, and suddenly... some kind of freaky spider vampire zombie leaps into your path. You let out an ungodly noise of terror. Watch it, John. That thing is a dangerous abomination. Oh god. Oh god, no. None of my books prepared me for this. Or did they? Reach into the depths of your very soul, summoning the knowledge from years of reading. When the fuck did it become years? Wait, really? Are you finally giving me powers? We are on your side. Sometimes, you know. I'll use the power of adventure. Jesus. Oh. You spent your whole life reading fast-paced adventure books. You've totally got this. Hiya! You launch yourself at the monster, your body spinning as if in slow motion. Your legs lash out, the music seems to swell, and all the power of your body focuses on one single point. When your legs collide with the creature, it's knocked back into the wall and breaks into pieces like stone. Your chest heaves. You've never felt so dang powerful in your entire life. Did you have that in you all along? Maybe, maybe not. But damn, did that feel good. You're high on adrenaline. The door at the end of the hall is right there, so close you can almost touch it. You spare a glance back at your new friends who are scattered in various intervals down the hall. Go, John, go. We'll fend off any lingering threats. Your home is right at your fingertips. Yeah, we got this. Don't worry about us. Thank you. All of you. I promise. I'll write a fanfic about this. You'll... What? Channing shakes his large wolfy head in a way that clearly implies his fed-upness. Yeah, me too, buddy. Don't worry, boy.
I don't get him either.
If you keep treating the werewolf like a dog, he might bite your hand off, Cass. You leave them to chat amongst themselves as you fight, turning back to the door. This is it. I'm going home, so you hope. When the door swings open, there's no portal, no sudden whoosh of air, just a warm, white light that none of us like, and means death. That's it, all of us. You're dead. Tune into your next life. I don't know. You find yourself standing in the middle of your living room. Your living room. I can't believe it. I did it. I'm home. You hiss with pain when your jump for joy results in smacking your leg on the coffee table. And suddenly, a muffled sound of your phone pings comes from within the couch. You rush over to dig it from between the cushions and clutch it to your chest when it's in your hands. I missed you, buddy. Huh. Choices is still open on my phone. You should now uninstall it. What? You brace yourself as expecting to get zapped back into the world again, but nothing happens. Was any of that real, or was it just in my head, or did I just, I don't know, pass out on the couch? Wake up and with a new outfit? You're this close to writing it all off as a wild, stress-induced dream, and then your screen lights up. What's this? 1,000 diamonds? Wait. Why'd I suddenly get all these? You must drop your phone when yet another notification lights up the screen. 100 keys! Yeah, that'll be the day when Choices gives us all this shit. Remember when they had to charge us for keys? Unless you bought VIP, and no, that's still a thing. Anyway, the delivery of diamonds and keys into your inbox comes with a note. That's weird. You just took part in the Inside Choices feature, currently very much in beta. From the bottom of our hearts, our bad. It was real. It was all real. With a breathless laugh, you fall back onto the couch, holding your phone. You have some time on your hands. Well, let's see. Which book should I read first? Thank you for playing Main Character Energy. We hope you liked reading it as much as we liked writing it. If you can't get enough of the characters, check out blah 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 blah. Don't worry. I'm sure we won't get the 15 diamonds for finishing this. You know what? Alright, here. Before we check, right, I'll do it actually live. Did I like this book? It was fun. You know, because we got to see two characters from Endless Summer for 2 seconds. Anyway, end book. Let's see if I got the 15 diamonds. If not, sadness. No, go away. I don't watch your ads. And we did not. What a surprise. Alright, so before I finish this, first and foremost, thank you all for tuning in. Love your beautiful face. Please remember that if you did enjoy, to like, share, and subscribe. So I will say this. Pretty much, you know how this whole thing was about, you know, having fun with choices and just trying to find enjoyment, right? That's one of the reasons why I narrate / voice this stuff. It's because it's kind of like, I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm going to be a little deeply personal, so let me know if you stayed to the end of the video, but here we go. Robin Williams once said that, you know, he hated doing serious roles because they drained him completely. And when he did comedy, people's laughs and everything really energized him and made him feel like he was making a difference. So before his untimely passing, he did a bunch of serious movies because at the time he was surprisingly not that well off, right? He had a ton of money. And basically he was gullible. And this is something that even his daughter and family acknowledges, is he kept trying to find love, and he would go for these women, they'd get married, and then they'd end up basically getting a bunch of his money. He never believed in those nuptial thing, like where you write it off, right? Like they have to sign a piece of paper. He wanted love. And he thought that people wouldn't take advantage of him. And then also because he was a very rich and successful man before all that started, basically the courts, because he was married to a woman, right? The courts are then like, well, you earn a big chunk of money, so you're going to have to pay them monthly payments. So my man was really busting his ass and trying to earn money because, like I said, he kept falling for women. And he kept being like, you know, I'm going to find love. And there's some things that some of us just, we feel like we need in our lives, right? So, with that being said, for me, I'm kind of the same way. I like reading these stories to you. And I want to know that you're enjoying them. I want to bring enjoyment to you. You know, literally and figuratively, 50% of the population, minimum, does not have a voice inside themselves, right? They don't have, like, a Jiminy Cricket, a narrator. Their voice, and I'm going to be honest with you, I know some of you are like that. I don't understand how you do it. I guess in a good way, it's a good thing that you don't have an internal voice or a monologue or a little Jiminy Cricket, because, yeah, no, sometimes it can get really, really annoying. So for me, I do these stories, and I'm like, okay, I see a character, and I'm like, oh man, I could voice him as this. I could go with this voice and whatnot. I try and bring enjoyment to you guys, to bring something to you that otherwise you may or may not have access to, right? Like, there's no creator on the planet out of 8 billion people that does what I do. Think about that for a minute. No one else reads Choices. There was one other person when Choices first came out, and it was a person that I knew, and we talked and were friends and everything else. And then she went off and went to college and, you know, ended up living her life and was like, LOL, screw Choices. So, you know, she's off living her best, you know, life right now. A lot of people, well, let's be honest, everyone just taps. And so I try and bring something unique and entertaining to all of you. That's it. That's all I've ever wanted to do is build a community, share things with you, and hopefully, you know, be someone that you want in your life as a friend, as a creator. I mean, and then I've, like I said, I've wanted to build a community of just people who just, I don't know, share things, share choices, fanfic, I don't know, just build a community, kind of like be a family. That's one of the reasons why we have a Discord too. So keep that in mind if you ever want to just come hang out, chat, share things, whatever. But no, I look forward to you guys' comments and the whole 9 yards. I literally and figuratively do. I look forward to each and every one of you tuning in Because if it wasn't for you, I'd just be some dude who was talking to the void, and eventually I'd stop. I seriously would stop. I would stop making content, because, like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it here. I had been making content for a very, very long time before Choices came along. And I was about to quit. So, because of you guys wanting to see Choices and tuning in every week, you know, Wednesday. Well, there was once, at one point, there was even Choices on Mondays. Don't we all miss that? You know, when they actually used to write a bunch of stories and a bunch of quality stuff. And so, I looked forward to tuning in or you guys tuning in to what I did. And just, I don't know. I worry sometimes you guys are getting sick of me, right? It's just a feel. Sometimes I overthink, like I said, that little voice in your head, right? It's not the kindest sometimes, and especially for overthinkers such as myself, it's just eh, who knows. Anyway, no Debbie Downer at the end here. Thanks again for tuning in with me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this ride with me, and hopefully you do enjoy the other content that I do. So keep in mind today is Wednesday. I know I'm doing this late, so just wasn't feeling good today. But face off, better off wet, do no harm. And Friday, I will be a little bit late on Friday stuff because, long story short, is one, there's a lot. Two, I have some medical appointments, right? So yeah, so I will be about as late as I am right now with this, if not later, right? So do keep that in mind. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.